The Ed, what's happening, man?
Hey, man, listen.
I'm listening.
I heard that this probably might be like your last time having a show or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Well, for, out of this studio, you're right, yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, thanks for letting me know, man. I got to find out from, like, the 42nd party on the Internet.
What are you talking about? Don't you listen?
Write me a letter or nothing.
Well, I don't generally write letters. I usually tell my tale on the podcast. You listen regularly, don't you?
I never heard it.
Oh, well, that's too
why
bad.
I was wondering what was going on. And then some kids called me and said, Ed, man, what happened? I said, I don't know. I'm in the dark like always, man.
Well, if you listen to the podcast, you wouldn't have been in the dark, and I don't know where you
got my car on. Look, got my car.
I hear that.
Yeah, does your car do that? All these new cars do that.
No, I don't think new cars do that. I think cars that are 15 or 20 years old do that kind of thing, right?
It's a Bentley.
You have a Bentley?
I'm backing it up right now.
You don't have a Bentley, the Ed.
That's what I call it. My car's name's Bentley.
Oh, I see. It's not by the company Bentley. You just named it that. I see. So how are you, the Ed?
Mr. Bentley on the Jefferson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember Mr. Bentley. Yeah. I think the actor who played him, he passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
I didn't go to that funeral either. I missed his funeral and James Brown.
You're 0 for 2. So yeah, the Ed, so we're not going to do the podcast. And how does that make you feel? Because we've been talking to you pretty much every week or, every other week, something like that. Since I can remember 3-4 years now in different places.
I guess when you call me now, they won't record it.
No, that's a good way of thinking about it. But
you just call me and we'll talk about what's going on, because you still got to call me.
No.
Because I got my list of 40-some people I talk to every week. You on the list.
Oh, I am. Oh, wow. I'm thrilled about that. And by the way, I want to make mention of the fact that the Ed has his website, theedssuperdeluxewebsite.com. Go there. The Ed does a podcast every Thursday night. Maybe that's what we'll have to do. Maybe I'll come on your podcast.
Yeah, I'm having a 1-year. I've been doing it for a 1-year anniversary show in like 2 more weeks. So if you want to come on, you can come on, because it'll be getting ready to start my 5th season.
Your 5th season. Yeah, I don't understand how that works for you. You've been doing it for a year, and yet it's already in its 5th season.
Yeah, we start the last fall, winter, spring, and summer, and then we'll come around again and hit the 5th season.
So you do it by actually the seasons, like what we
like that's just how television do the same thing. I make sure of that.
I don't think exactly that's
all on
what
up and up.
Well, listen, the point is, the Ed, I'm prepared.
Do you know the guy named Richie W13? He be on the message board sometime.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that guy talks trash about me.
About you, really?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Wow. I'm sorry, and you don't have to air your dirty laundry here. You could do that on your, your year celebration.
DMQ don't talk bad, though. He's all right.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah, I always enjoyed DMQ's work. Now, listen, the Ed, I'm prepared to say that we would, if I may be so bold, I'd like to get you on the next podcast with AccuScore. You know the Blue Horseshoe. You deal with him. You guys have gone back and forth, your dice versus his computers. I talked with him about it. He said, yeah, let's bring him in here. So we're taking our business, to them. And, of course, I'd like the Ed to be a part of it.
I told him I've got to pay me $2 million, and I'll roll my dice for him every week. You don't need the evil computers.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to happen. It's for pleasure. We haven't paid you to be on this podcast. Why would you expect me to pay you to be on that one?
I know you don't even get prizes out. I hope on the next time that you can somehow get my prizes, get them together. You've been owing me prizes for like 24 years.
Oh, well, we haven't known each other that long, but yeah, we'll see if we can scare up some prizes for you. So, yeah, Dan, anything you want to say to the Sass before we get out of here?
Well, I guess good luck to her.
It's a him.
Friends and you guys got to always do the right thing, man. You guys must keep doing the wrong thing. You got to do it right, because when you keep doing it wrong, it will never be right.
Well, I always felt like we were doing it right. So I hear what you're saying in theory, but I should say again, I know I've mentioned this to you before, but Skyler has that name, so maybe it gets a little confusing. But Skyler is a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually me. This is Skyler the Sass. I don't sound like a woman, do I?
No, I never said it. I never said nothing about you being a woman. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, you called him, her, and she, and so on and so forth.
Those are just words, man. Look, sticks and stones, they break your bones, but names, they don't never hurt you.
That's something to remember. Yeah,
I was on my computer and I seen you and a little kid.
That's right. Yeah. You can check that out on if you missed it, at ESPN.com's page 2. You can take a look at me and a video of my little boy, Jean-Claude Van Dameshek. How'd you like that?
That's what I seen it, and I was worried because you kept saying he was your little boy. So I've called Murray up, and we will get to the bottom of it.
I don't understand. What's to get to the bottom of? That's my son. He's been with us for about 7-8 months now, and that's that. What do you mean get to the bottom of it?
Listen, we always got to make sure it's mama's baby, daddy's maybe. You got to know.
Oh, you said you're going to get in touch with Maury. I didn't know who Murray was. You mean Maury Povich, and you're going to. Well, I don't think my wife or I are interested in doing it. I think we're both pretty confident in whose kid it is.
Well, hey.
You haven't been around my wife, have you, the Sass?
No, she's never come in. I've never met her in person.
All right, so the Sass is out. The Ed, you've never met my wife, so that's 2 down. And, like I say, I think I'm pretty confident that baby's mine.
All right, well, I'll let you live the life that you want to live. You can go ahead and say what you want to say.
All right. I've said all I need to say on that subject. Hey, big game coming up for you this Sunday night. Your beloved Colts. They're undefeated. They're playing Tom Brady and the Patriots. How do you see that one going? Last I saw it, Colts were giving 3 there, and I think Brady's going to torch that secondary. How say you?
Here's what I say. I say the Colts could be at a state. Excuse me, I just burped all over myself.
All right.
Listen, the thing that I say is that the Colts are due to lose. They got a thing called street capacity. And I don't really care if they lose or win. This game is meaningless because all we got to do is win the division and get home court advantage.
Field, yeah.
And so, but I think whoever wins this game will win it by double digits. It's not going to be a close game. So either the Patriots are going to rout them or the Colts going to rout them. Either way, it's going to be a 2-3 touchdown game. It ain't going to be the game that everybody thinks is going to be like a high-profile, slick game.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be a blowout.
All right, well, we'll look to see if that comes true, and I agree with you.
I got to ask you something, too.
Colts are going to be top seed no matter what. After this game, they have 2 or 3 games that are semi-tough the rest of the way. They're gonna cruise because the Patriots still have several tough games on their slate after this one. There really isn't a team out there. I don't think, unless, let me just say this, maybe if the Steelers beat the Bengals this weekend and split with the Ravens, they do have a chance to lose maybe just 1 game the rest of the way, and then I guess they'd be fairly close to those Colts. But I don't even know that the Steelers are going to be